Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And today I thought I'd jump on and show you how to make some really cute Christmas ornaments for decorating this holiday season. And they are shaker ornaments. I love shaker cards, so a shaker ornament is right up my alley, and I thought you'd enjoy them too. So I've got two different shapes here. I'm going to use the Stitch Stars dies for one of them, and then the layering circles for the other. So if you don't have the Stitch Stars, you can use the layering circles, or you could even use the squares or rectangles, whichever you want if you don't have the Stitch Stars. I love the stars. They just seem so perfect for the holiday season. So, hey, Catherine. All right, let me switch over to my desktop and I will show you. I haven't got one made in the circle, but I do have one made in the stars to show you. So, okay, so let me show you. This is what I don't have a ribbon or anything to hold this up. But anyway, this is the one I put together last night, and this is in Cherry Cobbler, and I have used the subtle shimmer sequence in this one. Probably you could put a little bit more sequence in here since I don't have anything else to decorate it. You could put sentiment on it. You could put some other decorations on it, but I just thought this hanging from the tree or along the mantle if you made a bunch of them and put them into a bow along the mantle. All right, let me show you how to make one using the Stitch Stars, and then I've also cut out. This is the layering circles. So I have used for this one. These are the Stitch Star dies. And I have used the largest and the third largest. So when you cut this out, you're going to cut one star. Looking to see comments. I can see Catherine, but I'm all trying to find who else is joined. Oops. Trying to find. Turn that off. Sorry. Who's joined? Trying to see if I can see who's joined. If you need to give permission to StreamYard so that I can actually see who's joined. Sorry, I can't see who the second hello is from. All right, so you're going to cut using the largest of the star dies. This is cut from Evening Evergreen, so I've cut one star from that. I've also gone ahead, and you're probably not going to be able to see this. This is a window sheet that I've used, and I've cut one full star using the largest one. For this one, which is going to be what you see the sequence through, I have used the largest star and then the third largest star. So when I cut this out, I put the two together, and it cuts out the largest star as well as the inside. Okay, so that's what I've used for mine. So the first thing that you want to do is to adhere your window sheet onto your, oops, everything's coming off. The window sheet onto the star with the opening in it. Now, last night when I did this, I used Stampin' Seal to do it, and I got glue on the window sheet, which is really hard to get off. I ended up using some Goo Gone, and it actually finally dried and looks okay, but I wasn't sure that it was going to dry. So today I'm just going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to use just a little bit so that it doesn't squidge all over the place. The other thing you could do, and that would just make it much easier, and if I thought about that when I went and cut these out, you could use the adhesive sheets, and then you would not have any issue in adhering these together. So let's just put this down on this, and hopefully it doesn't squidge. That's all right. Okay, that's good. But the multi-purpose adhesive sheets would work really well, but you have to put those down before you cut it out. Okay, so I've got my window sheet adhered. Now the next thing you're going to use are, these are the foam adhesive sheets. So if you just pull them off a strip, and you're just going to start going around the edge. Now you want to make sure when you do this, and I cut this, so I just kind of go around the edge till I hit the turn of the star, and then I cut and just keep going around until you've got your entire star covered. Not covered, it's around the edge. So you're making a kind of a barricade so that your sequence doesn't come out. Okay. And when you run out, just keep going until you run out, and then you can take another strip and do the same. Turn it. The other thing you could use, and I again didn't think of this when I was cutting mine out, you could use the foam adhesive sheets, and then it would be no, you actually can't use the foam adhesive sheets. I was thinking you could, because, and then just cut it all at once, but it would be stuck to the window sheet, and that just wouldn't be good. So, no, that wouldn't work. All right, so this is probably your option. Okay, so there we go. I've got my foam strips all adhered on. And we're just going to pull all these pieces off. See the backing. I'm kind of thinking a whole bunch of these in red and green with along the mantle with the bows and some twinkle lights just would be so pretty. Okay, I think I've got all of my pieces cut out. Now, last night I used the shimmer, the subtle shimmer sequence. Today I'm going to use, these are the sequence for everything, and they come in green, red, this is gold, silver, and white, and then orange. So I'm going to use the gold, silver, and white. And we're just going to put a bunch of sequence in here. And these make really nice kind of tags or decorations for parcels. I'm going to pick a fair number. I just want a lot of sequence in here. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. All right, and then you're going to take this and just gently kind of lining up your star and just press all around the edge of the star so that the foam adhesive sheets catches. And now you have, isn't that pretty? So what, okay, I've got one here. So now you're going to put ribbon. I'm going to trim this. I've got a little bit of foam showing, so I'll either tuck that under so that you can't see it. There we go. You can either take your piercing tool like this, or if you do it in advance, if you've got a little tiny, this is one of the really small hole punches, but what you want to do is punch a hole through this. And again, if you do it before and you put it together, maybe that would have been a better thing. There we go. So we've got a hole, and we'll put a hole in the bottom one. Okay, now I've got some of this Simply Elegant Trying to see all the comments, and I can't see comments. I can't see who's leaving comments. Brushed foil backing, maybe. Oh, maybe. Yeah, all sorts of options that you can do. I can't see who's leaving comments. Kathleen. Oh, Tracy, yes, brush foil backing, maybe. Yeah, for sure. All right, so you could either use silver or gold, but I just really like the silver. So this is the Simply Elegant trim. And we will take and hopefully poke this through. Hopefully that's... Okay, let's just try and make this hole a little bit bigger. And poke. Maybe. All right, let's take your pick tool and poke it through using that. Okay, there we go. This really doesn't want to cooperate. Again, when I do there we go. When I do this circle one, I will remember to poke the hole before I actually put it together. That would be a whole lot easier. Now for this one, I'm not going to go through the front layer. I've got it going through. The front layer, you're actually going to be going through both the cardstock and the window sheet, so it will take a little bit. So I'll do it before I put my circle together. All right, and so I'm just going to tie a little knot, and then I'll poke through. All right. So the trick to this is don't do as I did. Poke it through. Make your hole before you actually put it through. So I will have to adhere this on differently. Okay, so let me show you the circle one that I've got. So this one is using the largest of the scalloped circle. And then for the center, I used a smaller one than I thought I was going to. No, not that one, this one. So this is the regular circle. Yes, so this one. So this is the 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 4th largest. So it really depends on how wide you want your frame to be. So again, I'm going to use the multi-purpose liquid glue on here and just go all around the edge like that. And then my window sheet will go on. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually punch a hole in, because that would just be a lot better to do it in advance. And then I'm going to line this up. Try to get my scallops lined up and go through there. Ouch. Yeah, it does take a little bit to go through because you're going through the window sheet. So just remember that. So, okay, now I've got a hole, and that's much better. Now, let's take the foam. And again, let's start here. And we're just going to kind of, you won't get it perfectly in a circle, but just gently kind of shape it around the circle. Works pretty well. Use your finger to just make sure that you're keeping the edge of the foam away from the opening, the window sheet opening. Right. Now I'm not going to cover my hole up, or I'm going to put my trim through, and hopefully I think the sequences should not come through that. Hopefully not. All right. Now let's do this, and I'm going to use the silver, gold, and white again. Oops. That's a rogue sequence. The fun part with this sequence is you can use any color you want because you have the choice of the red, the green. If you used real red, the red would go really well. But because I decided to use, I think I've got a sequence that is covering up my hole. I do. All right. Now I may run into an issue here with this. Let me. I think my sequence is, I'm going to have to put just a tiny little piece here. To cover up. There we go. So I've got my, the hole is on the inside of that. And I'm just going to make sure that that lines up with that so that I can actually get my, press it down. There. So now I've got a circle one, and I should be able to, yes, this works much better. So I'm going to tie this just not. Now, the one thing about this Simply Elegant trim is that it does sometimes tend to, the knots don't hold as well as it. So you might find this works loose, but I think that will work. So I got it. So there. So there's a couple of ornaments. This one I'll have to figure out how to put, I'm going to have to adhere the trim to it because the hole won't go. So just a couple of options for you. And I think I'm going to make a whole bunch of these silver ones and put a bow on my, along my mantle and hang them or put them into the mantle or into the bow swag, I think that's what it's called, along the mantle with some twinkle lights. I think that'll look really pretty. Something different for Christmas. All right. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. You can decorate these however you want. Make them any color that you want and any shape. If you don't have the stitch stars or even the layering circles, well, you might want to add those to your wish list because they're both amazing set of dies. But you could use the rectangles, for example, or any shape that you might want. You just have to figure out how to be able to cut the center out. So whichever shape you use the largest and then maybe the third largest of the shapes to get a big enough inside cutout for your window sheet. If you don't have window sheets, they are amazing. I love them. You can definitely use them for shaker cards as well, but they definitely work well for these ornaments. Don't forget that it's Black Friday, so I have a Black Friday event going on until tomorrow. So if you put a $60 order in before the end of day tomorrow, I will send you either the Garden Gems embellishments would go with the Eden's Garden, or the Gilded Gems embellishments. And so who can't resist free product? And it's Black Friday after all. Okay, I will be back Tuesday night with my sketch challenge for you. I hope you'll join me. And yeah, I hope you have a great day wherever you are coming in from. If you're coming in from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified when I go live. Thanks everybody for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye.